Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. Going places with? Okay. Yeah, so welcome guys to yet another edition of my first winter in Canada. I am doing a series on, just documenting my first winter in this country. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about things that I do not like about Canadian winters. Okay, I'm going to be making reference to Alberta, Edmonton, because that's where I stay. And because it's difficult to generalize all of Canada. Canada is a big country. It could easily have been 13 countries, right? So to just say Canada is cold would be too much of a generalization. So I'm going to talk about maybe 5 things that I don't like about Canadian winter. Now, number 1, obviously no brainer, the thermal discomfort associated with cold weather. Nobody wants to feel cold, right? Winter is very cold. Currently, today is the 2nd of February 2021. Current temperature is -10, and that by Edmonton winter standards is not cold. It's not cold at all. I will flip my camera soon because I'm just gonna, as part of the video, I'm just gonna show you another aspect of winter that I don't like, which is actually driving in Canada. Driving in wintry weather. So first thing is thermal discomfort. Now, of course, to compensate for that, or to sort of mitigate against the thermal discomfort, you layer up. Okay, so I am wearing this puffer here, and this is a long john. It's called a long john. It's part of its thermal underwear. So I'm just wearing this, and of course I've just dropped off my wife at work, so I haven't actually dressed up properly. But this is a long john, and then this is a puffer. I can wear this even in -17, no problem. It was -17 degrees Celsius yesterday. So nobody wants to feel cold. To mitigate against that, you layer up. Means you wear multiple layers of clothing to insulate yourself against the weather. Now, which brings me to the second thing that I don't like about winter, is the whole layering up and the inconveniences that are associated with that. Now, when you have to wear multiple layers of clothing, it means it's gonna take longer for you to dress up, okay? And especially now if you've got a little one like me, like that little boy back there. Mike, are you feeling warm? Okay, obviously he's feeling warm. He's in the car. It's warm in here, but layering up takes a lot of time, and sometimes you have to layer up when you have to just go outside briefly. Okay, so for example, I want to take out the trash in very cold weather. I can't just walk out in my shorts in -15, right? I can't just go out and take the trash into the garbage. I have to wear something warm. I have to wear maybe 2 layers of clothing. I have to wear boots, especially if there's snow on the ground. So that takes a long time. And then also the other inconvenience that has to do with warm clothing is these are hand warmers. These are gloves, and if you have to use your phone, for example, while wearing this, let me tell you something that I do when I'm getting out. Like when I'm getting out of the house and to get into my car, like this morning it was snowing. It is still snowing. What I had to do was I had to obviously brush the snow off, right? Now, to get out of the house, obviously I can't just walk out with my hands like this. I have to put gloves on, right? And these gloves make it very difficult to put your hands in jean pockets. And so if you have to take out your phone, you have to maybe look for directions on GPS, and you have to take them off for a bit and then do whatever you do on your phone and then put them back on and things like that. It's just so inconvenient. So normally what I do is I use my remote whatever to unlock the doors, and then I also use the remote to unlock the trunk, okay, to release the trunk so it opens, and I do that while I'm still inside the house. And then I go outside wearing my gloves, and then I open my trunk, take the snow brush off the snow, start the car, and get it to warm up a little bit. So yeah, and then when I'm dropping him off at school, they don't wear outdoor shoes indoors, so I have to take off his shoes take off his snowsuit and, you know, get on his his indoor shoes. It's a 2-minute drive from our home to his daycare center, and getting him ready, I mean, it takes more time to actually get him ready for school than it does to actually get him to school. Okay, in summer that wasn't the problem. We just go out and, you know, drop him off at school. So those are, I mean, those are very inconvenient things. Now, the third thing which I don't like about winter is that the cold weather. Okay, it snows in winter. Okay, and there are, I mean, that is its own issues. It makes the roads very slippery to walk on. I've done a video walking in snow, and you have to wear boots with grip, like proper grip, so that, you know, you get a bit of traction on the snow. So now what happens? Snow itself is not exactly like slippery, but when, you know, when cars keep moving over the snow, or people keep, like, you know, walking on the snow, it does tend to compact, and then, you know, because it's so cold, the snow doesn't actually melt, so it becomes icy, and it becomes very slippery even to walk on, and also, you know, to drive on. So that's you know, that's number 3. Number 4 is driving conditions. All right, so now this is when I'm gonna flip my camera. I'm just gonna drive, and I'll show you a little bit of you know, what makes I mean, what I don't like about winters in Canada. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pause my video, and then I'll get going, and then I'll flip the camera. Okay, so I'm heading off now. I'm in a place called Millwoods. Okay, I think I've done a video sometime here. So it's snowing outside right now. Now look at the road. This is a tarred road, guys. This is a tarred road that you're seeing in front of me, and you can't see any road markings, and you know, it makes driving a little bit more difficult. This is where you know, winter tires help a little bit to get you some traction on the road. But it's snowing right now. It means, you know, whenever I have to leave the house, sometimes, I mean, look at this car to my right. It's covered in snow, right? So when you have to leave when you have to, you know, use your car to go anywhere, you have to, you know, you have to first brush the snow off, and it does take longer for your car to warm up. I mean, you can quicken that if you use what is called a block heater. I might do a separate video about, you know, taking care of your car in winter. I mean, I'm not a car expert, but I mean, look at this, guys. Look at the road. You can't see the road markings, right? So in road markings, they help you to know, you know, like the kind of road that you're driving on. So if you've got yellow lane markers marked like a change in the direction of travel. So this is a two-way street. Okay, there's a yellow. There are yellow lines on the middle there. So I mean, that sucks. I mean, that really sucks. I'll show you when we get to an intersection, which is traffic light controlled. Okay, then you'll get to see, you know, how we managed to identify. Maybe let me turn right. Let me turn left instead. Okay. So yeah, you see, this is a 4-lane road, but again, you can't see any markings. So how you get to know, like, the road markings in winter is I use the traffic lights. So if you can see, like, ahead of me, there are 3 lights there. So it means there are 3 lanes. That one is for pedestrians, and then the other 2, it shows that there are 2, you know, lanes for cars, you know, going straight. So, you know, normally I would just position myself in the center of the light, and then you know that, okay, this is you know, this is how I should go. So it sucks, guys. This was one thing I do not like about winter. Okay, and so I'm just gonna get to the last thing that I do not like about winter is winter clothing. Okay, winter clothing is expensive. Winter clothing is very expensive. I'm wearing this puffer here. This puffer cost, now I bought it for 25 bucks, 25 Canadian dollars, which is not expensive. But the actual, I mean, the normal retail price of this puffer is actually $100. So I bought it when it was on sale, right? I bought it when it was on sale for 25 bucks. One mistake that me and my wife made when we landed here was we bought winter clothing way too early, right? We were buying winter clothing as early as August. Winter actually starts around like mid to late December. But we were buying winter clothing early, and we thought that when you're buying something when it's out of season, you know, you get better deals. But it's not always the case. Sometimes you actually get better deals when the season starts, because everybody, like all the retailers, will be competing for clients, right? They'll be competing for shoppers. So you want to, you know, they'll be having seasonal sales, right? So the best time to actually buy winter gear is just before the season starts, or just as the season is starting. So I bought this puffer in December. I bought this like around second week of December, and that's when the sale was, okay? But then between the three of us, me, my wife, and this little guy here, our son Micah, we spent almost, I think, over $1,500 on winter clothing. So we're buying things like snow boots for all the three of us. I mean, he's got, I think, maybe 3 or 4 pairs of snow boots, and the winter, you know, like the warm socks, long johns, thermal underwear, puffers, winter jackets. I still haven't worn my winter jacket until now, but I bought it in July, like late July. It's still there in the house. It's just, it hasn't gotten so cold for me to actually warrant wearing it. But I mean, that's it about winter clothing. So it does cost a lot of money to buy that winter jackets, puffs, gloves, these toques, and you know, all of that. And I wouldn't say we actually have everything that we need as of now, but I mean, we do have enough to get through winter, but we'll probably need to continue buying, you know, winter clothing as we go. So otherwise, like, I'm always going to be wearing this, right? So yeah, that's it, guys. For now, those are the 5 things that I do like about winter in Canada. I hope you found this video useful. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my videos. Turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on my next video. The next video that I'm going to do is about cost of living in Canada. Somebody asked me to do a video on that, so I will do a video on cost of living in Edmonton. Okay, see you in the next video.